The following is a presentation of TFNN.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great weekend, safe weekend. Let's make it a great week, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Cultivate wisdom. You don't need to accumulate knowledge to become wise. Anyone can become wise. When you become wise, you respect your body, you respect your mind, and you respect your soul. When you become wise, your life is controlled by your heart, not your head. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 41, NASDAQ off 44, S&P's off 8.5, gold contract down $8.50, trading at $1,255 an ounce. Silver off 13 cents at $19.63 an ounce. Platinum down 19 bucks at $1,411 an ounce. Copper down a penny and a half at $3.25 a pound. Light sweet crude off 81 cents at $95.83 a barrel. 10-year bond down 6 ticks at 124.28. The 30 down 14 at 132.14. King dollar up 34 ticks at 80.57. The euro flat at 136, and the yen at 102.60. My phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at what do we have. Okay, so check it out. What we have here is this. You come off the high. 3 days we go from 1846 to 1772. We're coming into the updraft from December 18th. Now, what you have here, folks, you have 2 different spots here. The first and the most important is the December 18th level. That's where we went from 1767 up to 1811. We did that with 883 million. The second spot is going to be on the November 13th. The high of November 13th is 1782. Those areas there are the first areas that I suspect we'll see will basically get a bounce out of here. And this is why. Friday, we do 919 million. Today, we do 762, which makes sense, by the way. You're coming into 883, which was the 1767 low. You know, we got down to 1772 today, rejected that, bounced back. Now, that's your cash S&P. If we go over to the SPY, I'll show you in the SPY what you have happening. So in the SPY, what we did is this. The SPY, SPY, we got down under that swing point of 177.32. Now, that makes sense because the SPY pays dividends. You got to remember that, okay? So we got to 177.12. We did that with 171 million shares versus 234. That's the first part. Second part, we'll go back to the exact same November time frame. In November time frame, you did 150 and 150, and then you did 103 on the way up. That level there, after the lower price, meaning of today of 177, bottom line, that looks to me that it's the end of the first leg down. That's going to be the A to B of a very large ABC structure on the way down. What I expect you're going to see here, you know, we'll see whether Apple can make their numbers. They're coming out after the close. I say between Apple coming out with numbers, the Fed meeting starts tomorrow and Wednesday, then we have Google and Amazon Thursday. So we'll see where it shakes out. But this is going to get really cool. Why? Okay, so that is the case that it's going to set up an ABC structure on the way down. That's what I expect. The other side of that now is a disaster. The other side of that is that there's going to be no breathing, and it's going to jump the creek right here. The main reason I don't think it's going to jump the creek right here is that we just came down 4 days pretty hard, and we have a trend that is almost approaching 8. It came down today, but we're at about 7.5. When you get that quick, everyone is basically selling the exact same stocks. So that's your cash S&P. We go over to the Dow Industrials. So what do you have in the Dow Industrials? Dow Industrials out here today closed out at 15,837. That low out there that it went into today was the 15,808. Got into it, this thing is set up to get a lot lower. The Dow is set up to basically get down to about 14,700 pretty quick. I do expect you'll see a bounce out here. Why? Because we've just basically gone down 700 points in 3 days. NASDAQ composite. So what we do in the composite is this. She comes down 44 bucks. Now, she came down with volume. The NASDAQ composite, this is the second day in a row coming down with volume, hasn't got well, first off, we're at 4083. You have to get back inside the 4081 to 4068 in order to be in the lower range. She also is coming into December 18th. So what you have is this. Markets are all about energy. We came down hard, you hit it. I expect also you get a bounce, lighter volume. The composite itself, longer term, couple months, is set up to get down to 3,500. Right now we're at 4,000. So there are big moves that you can expect going south. Now, I'm going to swap gears here just for a second because I want to bring you over to the UK because what happens, folks, is this, is that you always want to understand different markets, and that's why I basically go through a lot of different markets, because the correlations inside these markets are all one. Now, what happened in the Footsie is this. The Footsie, folks, okay, not only came down, but we came down. Let me put this up 1 second, because when you see this, this is a trip, especially for all you folks that love candlestick charting. Okay, so the Footsie in 3 days, folks, okay, came down from a price point of 68.64 to 65.50. This is such a setup for three black crows that's unbelievable. Now, watch what happens with, and this is what three black crows are, folks. Three black crows are that you go down consistently 3 days in a row. You go down approximately the same amount in price. In this particular case, we did come down with volume expanding. But this is the key. This is what's so cool about it. What three black crows love to do, and this is amazing, they love to get retested. Okay? Now, the retest in three black crows can take anywhere from a couple weeks to basically a couple months. You will see where this shakes out. This is something you want to keep on your agenda. The reason being is that also what happens is this, is that when you have three black crows, it indicates a much larger change of trend. So we'll see if, in fact, it gets retested, when it gets retested, and that setup, the reason I brought it up in between the Dow and the NASDAQ, is that is going to be another tool that you can use to correlate if, in fact, we're going south. My take is we're going south in a big way. Gold contract. We go take a look at gold. This is what we have with gold. Gold today got to a higher high, had volume behind the move, 147,000 contracts. We got to 1279. We're at 1255. This is going to be a normal pullback. I suspect gold can, run back to 1230 or something on this deal with lighter volume. The equities traded exactly like they should have traded. Pullback, had lighter volume. Now, bonds. What do you have with bonds? Okay, bonds had finished a classic A to B equals C to D. The 10-year right now was down 5 ticks. I expect this 10-year can even get back to 123.24 again, which is another point down. It's not a big deal. That's going to build cause. It already has two separate huge signs of strength. It's building cause to get up to 126.25. But what I expect you're going to see here, you get a pullback, have lighter volume. That's building the next leg up inside that bond market. We go to the 30-year bond, same setup in the 30-year bond. 30-year is actually stronger and was closer to the highs. 30-year, we're at the 132.14 level. That can get down to about 131.07. You pull back with lighter volume, guess what? That baby's going topside up to this 133.21 area. King Dollar. We take a look at King Dollar. What we have a King Dollar out here. She is at 80.57. She had come down hard last Thursday, had volume behind that move, and she got into a price point of 80.49, but guess what? Didn't even get near the swing point. The swing point, folks, lowest swing, the first lowest swing on the dollar is 79.82. We got on Friday to 80.39. King Dollar is going right back up into this 82 to 83 area. She's going to try to challenge that 83 area. I expect we're going to see that pretty quick. Let's go to Rick in British Columbia. Hey, Rick, what's going on? We're going to get... Hey, Rick, you stay right there, okay, man?
You betcha, man.
Awesome, man. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. You stay right there, folks. We got Rick from British Columbia coming back. We want to hear from you. We had the Dow finished down 41. NASDAQ off 44. S&P's off 6.5. We're going to be right back, folks.